Hi, my lovely people. I'm trying to figure out why it's two of me on this screen, is what I'm trying to figure out. So, let me do this. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me. If you can hear me, can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me? Please do. Please do. I'm hoping that y'all can. But, honey, it had two of me on here on the screen. I'm like, you can't have a double take. Can't have a double take. All right. So somebody said yes, they can hear. Okay, good. Because if y'all can hear me, that means y'all can hear Rocket. Because he just walked into his dog door. Good morning, Rocket. Good morning, everyone. Yes. He just walked into his dog door and we are ready to get started. Come on, my love. Come on. Come sit down with mama. All right. Okay, so y'all, we're gonna jump right into this one. Cause honey, we know we got a lot to talk about today. Okay, we got a lot. So before we get started, we got to run this fair use. We sure do because honey, there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. So let's go on ahead. Section 107 fair use allows us to talk about it. And that's what we are here to do. Please do not go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in these videos, right? It is our opinion and our opinion only. Hey, hey, let me say hi to everybody before we get started. All right. We got to scroll all the way to the top. Good morning, Miss Cousins. Good morning. Good morning, Miss C Divine. She says she's hoping everybody's having a good day. Miss K, good morning. Miss Wooten, good morning. Marie, Tamika, SD, Miss Brandy, good morning. Good morning. Regina says that she's always in the bushes. Good morning, Miss Regina. Good morning, Brown Virgo. Good morning. Good morning. Lucinda speaks. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Alberry. Good morning, Miss Fierce Coco. Good morning, Zeta 4. Regina Hall, happy Friday. Same to you, same to you. Vibing with Vicky. Yet, Miss Nita, good morning. Hey, Rocket, Marley Lewis taking her nap. Well, I wish Rocket was taking his, but he's been in and out his dog door all day. You know why? Because the neighbors next door, all right, they decided that they were going to get a cat that they let come outside. So Rocket goes in the door to go out to the fence and bark. He comes back in barking to let me know that something just ain't right. And I have told him, Rocket, I know they got a cat. They got an outdoor cat. Something I don't know about. Y'all, I thought cats were indoor, but when I talked to them, they said they got an outdoor, indoor cat. You know, I'm just trying to make it make sense. Anyways, good morning, Miss Judge Fifi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Queen Letta. Good morning. Yes, and she says, hey to Rocket. Yeah, y'all can hear him this morning. I cannot stop him. I wasn't planning on going live this morning, but it was just so much going on. For the record, y'all, okay? For the record, we have been live 3 days this week. I'm a little proud of myself. I got to pat myself on the back. All right. Solo Sister Life. Miss Pamela Long, good morning. And there goes Thick Thighs. Good morning, Thick Thighs. Ooh, this is moving a little fast. Good morning, Cali girl. Yes. Yes, to the mods and the storm chasers. There is Miss Nita. Don't do Rocket like that. Rocket is driving me really nuts with these new neighbors. When they put the house for sale next door, it made me a little nervous, right? Because there was always an older lady over there and made me really nervous. And Rocket is responding okay, but I don't know about that cat. I don't know about that cat. I really don't. Like I said, I ain't never heard of it. I thought cats were indoor, okay? But the lady next door, she's got some kind of bionic cat. And I know this is not what we here to talk about, but maybe y'all could tell me something that I don't know. But she's got a bionic cat, okay? She puts the cat on a leash. That's the first time I've ever seen that. All right. I've never seen nobody out here walking their cat. But she walks her cat, and her cat be in the backyard, y'all, playing like a dog. I don't know. Maybe it's a little mixed up. Good morning, guest. She says she's sorry it's wash day. Well, it is okay because we are here. Miss Courtney, good morning. Y'all, ooh, ooh. Miss Lisa, good morning. Y'all, it's a lot going on. It is a lot going on out here. I'm sitting here like, baby, what are we gonna do? So, yesterday, right? Yesterday the YouTube streets got on fire. So my thing is, I always cite my source. So I got to say Thank you to the storm chasers, okay? Because they know I read, okay? Cali girl said trans species cat. I do not have a clue. G and J family, good morning. But yesterday, it was something else on these YouTube streets. I always have to say thank y'all to the storm chasers because one thing that y'all do, right? Y'all be doing y'all research. So yesterday, I'm going through the comments yesterday morning, and I tell y'all, I'm like, what does this say? One of the storm chasers like, check your DMs, y'all. That's what the storm chaser said. I said, what? She says, check your DMs. Then she says, honey, you need to go look because Peachy got an eviction notice. I said, what? Huh? Then I said, okay, well, let me finish going through these comments. And then I got down in the comments and they was like, did you see this eviction? I was like, oh God. The storm chasers be on it. I'm like, ooh, things that make you say hum. So yes, I went, and y'all know I make my own words up over here, and I did some Googleable things. Okay. Good morning to everyone coming in. Miss Hall, Miss 44. I went and did some Googling, and boom, there it was, right? Boom, there it was. That who they had said the truth, baby. They had said the truth. And Peach had an eviction notice. Now, yesterday was the 11th, today is the 12th. So, as y'all know, in the video that we did yesterday, when I dropped it that she had the eviction notice, we couldn't really see very much, right? All we could see was that yes, the court had went in, the court had filed for eviction. At that point in time when I made the video, right, it said the balance was zero and it said that they wanted possession of the property. So when I made the video, we was like, we don't know what's going on, right? Was it the problem she was having with the HOH? Is it the fact that she didn't pay the rent? We was like, oh man, is her exit strategy to get out of Tampa? We did not know. We had absolutely no clue what was, or what could go on with this. But then all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom. All right. About a few hours after that, Miss Fifi or Fifi Unleashed, okay, she'll drop her link so y'all can watch the whole video. But Fifi goes live, and in the Fifi fashion, Fifi called the courthouse, okay? Now, I can't say that I agree with this, what she does, but she does what she does, honey. She called and she said she was Peach, and she asked what was going on. So now we all know, right? That Peach is being evicted because she's $6,000 behind in rent. Now let's talk about the video that Fifi did. When she called the courthouse, they said, hey, they filed for you, Peach, and they filed today, which was the 10th of July, because you did not pay June's rent. Okay. Now we're into another month. We're into July. That payment had not been received either. And they were saying it was $3,000 and some odd dollars that she pays a month in rent. So now we all know that she's $6,000 and some odd dollars behind in rent. We do all know that, like the woman said on the phone in this video, that the total that will be reflected in the balance will not, okay, include, once court comes, attorney fees, processing fees. So we'll say that after all of this, right? Good morning, Mrs. Cream. Good morning, beloved. Yes, so we're going to say that possibly at this point, she could be about $8,000 behind. Okay. Uh-huh. About $8,000 behind. If it's, I think they said it was like, I can't remember. Fifi will drop the link so that y'all know, because when she called it, right? I'm not 100% sure. I think they said it was like $3,300 a month that she pays. I should have went back. But if you do not know, Peach since then has cleaned her channel up. You know how she used to show the checks and the money orders that she was turning in? She's taken all of them off of her community post. And it was $3,000 and some odd dollars. So she's $6,000 and something behind. Good morning to everyone coming in. Please hit the like button. And it's getting rough. It's getting rough. We got a lot of questions. It's starting to get real rough. Okay. Look, yeah, I know. Look. When I tell y'all, it is getting rough out here in these streets. It is getting rough. That's how a boss rolls. Yeah, rolls about like that wheelchair. Okay. That Wood was in when he was at that casino. Okay. So now we have the link in case you guys have not seen it, because we're talking about it. You can go over and take a look at the whole live that she did when she called. Okay. Peach can be at the casino, but can't keep a home for her children. This is what happens when your priorities are out of order. Oh, I'm so happy you said that. Just you said that it's out of order. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, this is a big one. This is a big one. So let's just talk about it. So at this point, we know she has not paid rent. But as the night goes on, okay, because we got to break it all the way down. We're gonna talk about it. So as the night goes on, good morning, Miss Kelly. Everybody's reacting, right? Everybody is reacting. Everybody is doing their swing to it, which that's how it goes, right? Everybody's, doing their videos to say what they think may be going on with Peach. Peach hadn't posted in 24 hours, but then, okay, she starts posting. She starts posting. I'm going to guess she starts posting because now everybody knows the business. She goes out and she posts, and she's inside of her home, okay? And she's inside of her old home. It's empty. She's dancing. And when I say she was dancing, I mean, we'll talk about how she was dancing later, right? Because it was all jacked up. But she was making some shorts to where she was in her old home. She walks out. We see the orange door. The house is empty. They're dancing. They're doing all of these videos, her and Gregory McKay. Then she gets on here. She's crying. Then she gets on here and we can see that she has a U-Haul truck and she's saying, in Peach fashion, now she's calling on God. See, now Peach is calling on God because what has happened is that Peach has gotten caught up. And we know how she does. When she's on top, she don't never say nothing about God. She tries to tell us that she doesn't believe in it, that she doesn't believe in karma. But then, okay, when all of this hits, now it's, well, God took us out of one situation to put us in a blessed situation. That's what she said. All right. So where she moved to, we don't know. Right now, she could be in a hotel. Right now, she could be at the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. We don't know if she's at the Hard Rock. Who knows? The fact of the matter we know is that eviction was issued. Peach has moved. She has not paid rent. Okay, and over 2 months. That's the fact of it all. The question of the day is, how in the hell did she get here? How did you get here, girl? Oh, let's look at some of these comments, right? Wait, let's look at some of these comments. The casino got the rent money. That's the first thing I'm thinking, right? Is that the casino got the rent money. I'm also sitting here thinking, right? This is her exit strategy. I think it's more than one thing going on to where she has to move. All right. I think that number one, the HOH and the neighbors. The HOH was tired of her. She was going back and forth with the neighbors all the time. She was filming it. She was saying that she thinks that they were calling CPS. Huh, huh, my goodness. It was a mess with these neighbors. They're tired of her. They're tired of all the drama. So that plays a part. And I think that she knew that, right? But anytime that you don't pay rent for 2 months, eviction is coming up. So I really think that a lot of her posting that she was out here manic and she was dancing like crazy and she was going nuts. I believe that a lot of that was because she knew what was already coming. She said, hey, I know that this is coming. I know that I have to move. And so she's making it look as though she took the money that she didn't pay in the rent and put it towards somewhere else. Well, either way that goes, ain't that all backwards? Ain't that all backwards? Now that's all backwards. Right, Peach needs to be singing her song out of order. That crying video made me weak. It's weird. And that's what I'm trying to say. Look, yesterday when she did come out and start posting, right? It was all over the place. It was all over the place. All right. She was dancing and she was happy. Then she was saying how she was blessed. And then she was showing her empty house. Then the kids were dancing. And then, okay, to boot it all off, she makes a video of her crying. And I don't mean like regular, she's got snot, boogers, tears, as she says, right? And she's saying, I don't know. She didn't put a name in, but she's saying that she went to a funeral almost 8 years ago. That was the last funeral that she went to, and that'll be the last funeral she ever went to. I mean, it's an emotional train wreck, right? This is something that the one thing about it when it comes to this topic of Peach, it's so much because 1 minute, right, she's up. The next minute she's down. The next minute she's up. The next minute she's dancing. Next minute she's in love. Next minute her husband's drunk. I mean, it's just I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Like that's what that's what I got in my head every time I think about it. Okay. Um, it says game over for Peach. It's karma. Well, she says she don't believe in karma. Now, this is my thing. Okay. Let's get into the real. Let's get into the real of it. Who would want her to be a neighbor? Be honest. I mean, I sure wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. Okay. Who would want to be her neighbor? That's the big question, right? Peach plays with God, and that's why she won't be blessed. Bingo. Say it double time. Say it double time. And yes, Miss Floyd, the video is on YouTube. Thank God, because she posting it on every platform now, y'all. She she's landed here by being disrespectful and rude. Yes, of course. Of course. Let me take a drink of my beverage. Y'all got me laughing. And then I'm trying to sing. Ain't that? Miss Guest says Big Mouth strikes again. Who? Big Mouth strikes again. But there's a comment. Let me scroll up that I wanted to read. One thing that I do, and I probably need to stop doing, is when I go live, I have every device. Like I'm sitting here right now, and I actually have you guys on my desktop. Then I'm going live on my iPad, but then I also have my phone sitting here. See, I be doing too much. But here it is. I think Peach put this out on purpose. She knows what it takes to get people talking about her. She's so boring. I don't know why people watch her and follow her. How is she getting her deposit back if she's behind? Well, there will be no deposit back, but they already tore that house up. We've seen it. We've seen food coloring all on the floor. We've seen paint. We've seen food. We've seen dirt. We've seen it all, right? So I don't think that she's even worried about a deposit. When it comes to this, I really think that, like I said, she was in some mess. She was in some mess that she couldn't get herself out of. And there's no way, which is sad to be a millionaire, okay? There's no way that Peach could have paid rent and moved. She just don't got it like that. Let's be honest. This is a woman who has been out here for the past, what, 3, 4 days, telling us that she needed to raise $10,000. It was an emergency. It's a woman who made a video claiming that she only had $5 left after she paid her bills. And at this point, it's becoming real true, right? Girl, the dancing is insane. The video, okay, with the checker pants on. She remind me of Leroy from Tyler Perry House of Pain. This is ridiculous. Her children are going to suffer insane. Bingo, bingo. And I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I don't wish bad on anyone, right? I'm not one. I don't know these women. I react to what they do on screen. That's what it is. And once it's on the YouTube street, it's something we can talk about. That's how I do it. I don't try and pry in anyone's personal life. I don't really care enough to know what is in the personal life. But if, in this instance, because we're talking about Peach, good morning, Miss Crystal. Good morning, Sunny. If you go over here, right? Good morning, Mr. Scott. If you go over here and you post about the a gambling addiction, you post about the cheating husband, you tell us everything, then we're gonna talk about it, okay? But in this instance, it's sad. She didn't have the money, okay, to pay her rent and move. She was in deep. Let's just keep it all the way real. She was in too deep. Peach had a lot going on in that neighborhood. Peach had a lot going on in that house. Peach had just a lot going on, okay? Number one, she had a lot going on because no one liked her in the neighborhood. Nobody liked her. If you are living in a neighborhood, okay, because let's just say this, I live in a neighborhood. A lot of you guys live in a neighborhood. You may not know every neighbor. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not a sociable person like that. Like I mess with people in the neighborhood, hi, bye, this and that, maybe one or two if I'm outside and they come and talk, or a lot of times I'll go out and have a cigarette. If one of my neighbors are out there and they speak, then I do that. But for this instance, nobody really messed with Peach in that neighborhood. And Peach used the neighborhood like a filming ground, right? She was over here, she was dancing, she was playing music. Every child was on every device. Every child was on a bike, on a power wheel, running over people's grass, running over people's lawn. I mean, it was, right? It was a mess. So when you know no one likes you, then you start getting into it with the neighbors. Y'all reporting each other to HOA. Y'all are putting it on the internet. The woman probably had a big problem, okay? A big problem with Peach filming her address and her home and putting it on the whole, internet, the whole internet for the world to see. And it just start getting dug deeper. Then you got CPS knocking on the door. Then you got police knocking on the door. We already know that Peach and Wood are loud in their own nature. So you probably, let me say allegedly, even though we know it might be correct, have arguing, have fighting. Then you have the loudness of children. Every time they have went in Peach's backyard, those fences back there are see-through. There's nothing about them that's privacy. You can see other people's yard. You have kids, right? Playing in pools, throwing balls, lighting firecrackers, loud, screaming, music. I mean, come on. She was in too deep in this neighborhood. Whew, it was going bad, and it was going bad fast. So she had to exit stage left. Thank you for the super chat, Miss C Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it was getting too much. Let me read some of you guys' comments, because when I tell y'all, this stuff will take you out of the ballpark. And if you're here and you're enjoying the show, all 340 of you, hey, you can send your girl $1, but tip the host if you like the show. Please do. That's how you do it right there. It's Real Deal Store and Cash App. Yes, okay. Let's read some comments. All right. There was a comment that I was just about to click on, but it just is going so fast. Okay. The peach patch isn't patching. They they ain't patching, right? Like they used to. And they not donating. Oh no, not their bags anymore. And I truly believe she's reached her expiration date. This is my thing, right? This could be a ploy. A lot of people forget what Peaches says. Okay. This could be a ploy. This could be, because how many times has she said it, right? Oh, if I lose everything, it don't matter. I can go back to housing. I can go back to Section 8. That's what she told us. She could say she could go do a lot of things, right? She has told us that she has said, oh, I don't care. And I'm going to be honest, right? If we're going to get into it, we're going to get into it. Peach has something that a lot of us do not have, and that's 7 children. She has 7 children. So if she goes to any government agent and says, hey, I need help with food, they're going to help her. She's got 7 kids. If she goes somewhere and she says she needs help with housing, they're going to help her, right? Because she's got a whole gang of them. She's got a whole gang of them. So they're going to help her. She hasn't been posting very much, right? What if this is her strategy? Didn't she get out here? This one thing I don't understand. This one thing I do not understand. A woman that claims to be a realtor, a woman that claims to have it all down packed, she's out here doing videos telling people you can move into this nice neighborhood for $1. You can move into this nice neighborhood with Section 8. You can move in this nice neighborhood and put a down payment on a house for a whole whopping $5, right? That's what she told them. That's what she told the world. Girl, why you ain't took your own advice, Peach? Why would you even be living in a place that's $3,000+ a month? If you knew, that what you were saying for sure, that you could buy a house with $1 down payment, but you've made all of this money, honey, I want to know why you ain't taking your own advice, because something is not adding up whatsoever. Now, what do we think that may be? Okay. Back to the hood she need to go. Hello, AH. Yes, it's starting to sound like maybe she's smarter, right, than the average person. Maybe, just maybe, right? She did this, not posting, just putting up the content to be in the casino so that she could get it. Good morning, Miss Janubia. Good morning, my dear. Good morning, my love. Yes, maybe, okay? Maybe she did this. Hold on one second, guys. This is my son. I'm sorry, my lovely people. I'm back. Whoa, my God. Y'all, my son is at work. And when I tell you he calls me every 10 minutes, he just, whatever, he just, guess he misses his mama. But anyhow, yep, she said that in the short and was thinking about it. Yes, she was saying, okay, that she was trying to leave Tampa. And it could be a big thing, right? That could be a big thing. I truly, truly believe that she stopped posting to bring down her money, right? If she's making this amount of money, if I slow down on posting, I won't make that amount of money. If I slow down on posting, right? Then guess what? I can qualify for some of these things. Instead of me posting back to back and getting all of these views, what I'll do is I'll post enough to survive on, but then I'll get out here, right? And I'll make people cash at me because let's keep it real. We know that Cash App can be tracked by taxes if you turn it in, but if you go sign up for some housing or whatever it is, they're not going to ask you what you're getting in Cash App. They're not going to make you show. So guess what? I'm going to make you guys cash at me. I'm going to make you buy things from me. She does not, okay, operate off of her website anymore because website earnings is something that can be tracked. It's all cash at me, right? So I think it's a lot going on here when it comes to this. Let me look at these comments. I think she's back on government assistance. I truly do too. Hello, her Aries. Yes, Section 8 is not made for a lifestyle. It's made to help you get on your feet. She's moving backwards. Well, she moved backwards a long time ago, Miss Nita. Peach moved backwards, right? You ever know how people say new money or hood money? Well, that was the Project Pat of new money. When she started making good money, okay, you can always tell. Y'all, we're going to get deep for a minute, okay? We're going to have a show. If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it because I'm going to tell the truth. You can always tell when a person, right, ain't worked for a dang thing in their life. You can always tell when a person never had to hustle. You can always tell this. Peach was a prime example of that. Let's go back. She was living in the projects when she got up on here, right? She was in the projects. She didn't have to pay no rent. Like she said, she didn't have to pay no lights. She didn't have to pay no gas. She didn't have to pay anything. She just happened to strike it big and started making money out here on this app. Good morning, Purdy Stoner. I seen you come in. Good morning. She happened to strike it big on this app. Once she started bringing in all this money, and keep in mind, this untaxed money, this untrackable money, because that's what's on these apps, right? We don't get no taxes taken out. We are labeled 1099. We are labeled as, a worker that if you do it, you do it, you don't, you don't. If you choose, which I'm guessing a lot of people don't, to file the taxes on what you make online, then that's what you do. But if you don't, you might be in some world of hurt a few years down. But in this instance of Peach, she came from nothing. She wasn't working for anything. Wasn't like she was clocking in. She was laying up in some projects. Just so happened the projects catch on fire. She gets a GoFundMe. She decides, okay, well, now let me, okay, let me go out here and tell my story. People, if they donate to this GoFundMe, exactly, she hood rich. If they donate, right, to this GoFundMe, then guess what else they'll do? They'll really watch me if I tell them to come and watch me over here, right? Go watch me over here on YouTube. She didn't work for a daggone thing. When she got that money, boy, when I tell you, when she started making money, what's the first thing that she did? Exactly what a hood rich person would do, Pretty Stoner. Exactly what a hood rich person will do. Ooh, go bury me inside the Louis stove. Oh, she just, she was going out and buying Coach. She was going out and buying wood Louis Vuitton bags. And she went and did the first thing, okay? Hood 101 that you can do. Went and spent $60,000 on a truck for her husband, okay? Anybody with common sense that have worked, right? Somebody like me, I have worked myself to the bone, worked my body down to a nub, back hurt, feet hurt. If I get something to where I can purchase something $60,000 cash, do you think it's gonna be a car that I've been? Absolutely not. Because somebody like me, right? I ain't like Peach. I ain't driving no Buick LeSabre before I hit it big on YouTube with all these kids lapped up on top of each other until my subscribers buy me a car. If you could have put $60,000 down on a freaking truck, then what you should have done was put $60,000 down on a house payment because you knew you was going to keep popping them out. You like to have litters of puppies. You knew the man that you were married to, right? You knew that the man that you were married to wasn't going to make two nickels to rub together. So you should have put that money down on a house instead of going and buying him a truck. Then we seen her out here. If y'all don't remember, they was taking trips to islands. They was taking trips here. They were taking trips there. They weren't worried about no money. They weren't worried about no money. That's why Peach was moving them cash apps around. Yes, she 1 minute it was, oh, go over there, right? Go over there and Cash App Wood Express. Then next it was Cash App Peach McIntyre. Then it was Peach McIntyre with a different picture. She was moving that money around. Whoo. They require Cash Apps and all that info to get an apartment here. See? But Miss Peach, as soon as she get a Cash App, Miss Janubia, she shut it down. The next day she got a whole new one. Boy, she is moving and shaking. But let's keep in mind now. Remember when her brother came out here? When they was having this family feud. You know what her brother said? Her brother said that she is a whiz at what she does because she's a whiz at them CPNs. Now, that might be a CPN move that she just pulled right there. Because even if you don't, right? Even if you don't pay it, even if you don't care if it's on your background, even if you, because we know she's not going to pay this rent off, right? But it's still an eviction. Like, that's what I don't understand. She showed that she packed up her house and she's moving on, right? She's moving on. She's doing something else. She's going to a different place. She hurried up and got out of there. It's so funny, right? She drops video yesterday when the eviction becomes public. But she already had a place lined up because she didn't want that eviction to show up on that credit. So she got up out of there. But you moved to another place and you still got an eviction. And then because you so ghetto and you so different and you so weird and you just above, you get into it with these neighbors over here and then you have to move. Where can you go next? Someone made a very great point yesterday, right? They put a link down in my chat and I went and looked and it seems as though, well, let me put up my disclaimer, y'all, because y'all know how they be coming over here and trying. So allegedly, Peach McIntyre has over 6 evictions. How is she continuing to get places? Has anybody wondered that? Yeah, that screams CPN. That screams something ain't right in the pudding, okay? Because, like I tell y'all, I make words up. It's Googleable. It's Googleable. You can Google Peach McIntyre, honey, and she does. She has so many evictions. It will make you think, right? It will make you think how the hell she keep finding places and many times that she been evicted. Y'all catch what I'm saying? Makes things a little weird. Let's read some of these comments. Good morning, Miss Willie Ann Dixon. Yes, she was living in the projects and on government assistance when she started on YouTube. Daddy was nowhere to be found, and she was chasing him for child support. Yes, it's all in the court records. Because if y'all remember when she came on here, Wood so-called owned him a car wash. Oh, Wood, y'all making me laugh. He owned a detail business and a car wash. Yeah, my toe. I think Pete set the fire. Ooh, y'all, I gotta tell y'all something. Y'all, I found a clip, which I'm gonna make it short, of her with this house. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. I gotta tell you, I got something good coming for y'all. She's a hood booger, exactly. Now is Wood's time to bail and take the kids. He wouldn't last one day. He bails and takes the kids, then what he gonna do? He ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. And could you imagine what Peach is thinking now? The fact that I want to make a point here. There's a difference if you're by yourself, right? If you're by yourself, you're single, whatever, you know that you are the breadwinner, right? You know that you got to get up and do what you got to do to pay the bills. But it sucks. It sucks to even date someone who has nothing going on, right? Who's like a drain, don't have a job, like that would suck to date someone like that, right? But it has to triple suck to be married to someone like that, right? Could you imagine what the conversation was? Could you imagine? Peach come walking in the house. Oh, Wood. Guess what? The neighbors is complaining to the HOH. And we probably gonna have to move. And you could you imagine what Wood would say? Give a good book, that book, yeah, book, the girl, book, ding, ding, dong, dong. What? Could you imagine what he was saying? Maybe if you could understand him, I think it would be something right along the lines of, hey, you made the mess. You cleaned it up. You the one getting into it. I'm just sitting back here with my cup and sipping. I might fall asleep on the lawn, on the lawn every now and then, but that's your bad. You the one off the chain. Could you imagine? Because what was he going to say? Let me give you the money? Absolutely not. What was he going to say? Let me go get a job and help you? Absolutely not. So she probably was like, oh, well, we got a lot going on. We got to get up out of here. She probably wanted to move too so that she could have a new addresses everywhere out online, right? She probably was like, well, what can I do? Well, I can't afford to pay here and there. Well, let me just go ahead, okay? Let me just go ahead and just ixnay on this rent and run over here and get me a place to go. That's what I really think done happened. That's what I think. Shake my head. It never made sense to not have properties. I mean, this is my thing too with it, Pretty Stoner. It never made sense that if you know you're a woman, right? And you know what you got, I can't feel, I don't feel bad. Let me make this clear. I don't feel bad for Peaches at all. I feel bad for the children, right? I feel bad that her children have to move. It seems as though they already, and this can be alleged, have a little trouble making friends at school or just making friends in general. But when you have to continue to change schools, it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot rougher. Good morning, Miss Grable. Good morning, Mom of Three. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, everyone that is coming in. Please hit the like button. But yes, I feel bad for the children. I don't feel bad for Wood. Okay. Okay, well, you catch the replay, wait for it, or we'll be here for a little bit longer too. Welfare Queen, exactly, Miss Januvia. It's like I don't feel bad at all for her because she makes the money, right? She makes the money. She knew what she was doing with the money. When you get out here and you can tell the world, okay, if you could tell the world that you will pay your husband $10,000 to watch his own children, then I don't feel bad for you. Cece, good morning. Miss LaQuenta, good morning. Gail Jones, yes, no, I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for the kids. Also, you're up in, let me just say this. If you get a check, right? She said this. We didn't say this. She said that last month she made $10,000 on YouTube. That's what she told us. She put up receipts that she made $10,000 on YouTube. She still has a short of saying that she made $10,000 on YouTube. Okay. So when it comes to Peach, she does TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. TikTok, in case you guys do not know, they pay every week. TikTok pays every freaking week. Also, I know somebody up in that house is getting a check. Wood and probably them children, okay? But you got one day a month, the 21st, that you get 4 paychecks. Then you got a weekly paycheck. You got weekly paychecks, monthly paychecks, and then you get out here on these streets and you hustle every day, selling this, selling that, selling this, selling that. So you got now daily income. Okay? Look, I don't want to be pulling them up. She got daily, weekly, and monthly income coming in. Absolutely not do I feel sorry for her. And not one day is she breaking her back. Her feet ain't hurting. She ain't tired. She ain't getting off work saying, dang, I got to go home and cook dinner, even though I've had a long day. Not one day is she sitting over there saying, man, these people really got on my nerves. Not one day is she sitting at home and people are calling her from work. Not one day has she had a real responsibility or a real job. So, no, I don't feel sorry for her. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nope. So whether the views are low, high, up, down, you still getting a daily Cash App check. You're still getting a weekly TikTok check, and you're still getting monthly on the rest. Absolutely not. Good morning, Miss Robinson. I don't feel bad for her. Uh-huh. I do not. Thank you for hitting the like button, Miss Girl. I don't feel bad for her. Oh, Miss Dances. Yes, yes. Please hit the like button. I don't. No, I don't. When she had the money, she laughed at everybody else. Not even a week ago, she got out here, right? And was super delusional. And she told everybody how she feel about homeless people. She told them F them. She don't care about them. Why should she care about them? Right? She said that she don't care about no homeless people, that she's trying to make $10,000. And then who in a right mind, right? Let's just keep it all the way real. Who in a right mind gonna have their paycheck in their hand and know, well, I can't afford two rents. I can't afford to pay here and try to move since we gotta move. But who gonna take their check and go to the casino and hope that they can double it or trip it? When you already got the money in your hand, why don't you? This is another thing. Y'all, we can go deep. Ain't this the woman who got 18,000 different bank accounts over at Navy Federal, a federal credit union? If you big bag, big bank, why don't you walk in and take out a loan? It's supposedly like you tell us, right? Like you tell us, because you ain't talking to no slouch here. I go to a federal credit union. My son has a federal credit union bank account. He has a youth account there. If you are getting all this, money and you going in here and you withdrawing 20, 30, $40,000 at a time like you show us, right? You're the federal credit union. Can you please tell me why you couldn't walk in that federal credit union if you got all these direct deposits coming in and sit down and say, listen, honey, I'm a brand of my own. Can y'all show me how to get an LLC so that I can make this license? Hey, matter of fact, here's y'all get my deposit so y'all should see what I'm making. That's number one. Then you should say, okay, number two, y'all help me get started. Uh-huh. Why can't you take a loan out through them to help you out? Since you big bag, big bank. Mm-hmm. Because you fraudulent. Every move that you make is fraudulent. And when you fraudulent and you hood rich and you don't have any, like you're out here trying to tell us how to go get houses for $1, but you don't take your own advice. Because then you say, well, let me help you clean up your credit. That's what she says. Oh, come buy my credit bundle. Yes, yes. Right, see divine, if irresponsible was a person. Oh, let me help you clean up, okay? The credit. You can't help me clean up my credit because your credit must look mighty dumpy. If you can't walk into a credit union that you withdraw $20,000, $30,000 out of, and you got all these direct deposits rolling in, and they can't even give you 10 grand to help you. Because if you got these deposits rolling up in there, the way a credit union work, you take a loan out from them, they're taking their money back in their monthly payment as your direct deposit come in. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't you walk up in Navy Federal and say, hey, I'm a woman with 4,000 children and a husband that ain't about duty. And what I need is to make y'all give me a loan to get a house. Huh? Why don't you walk up in that bank and say, hey, my van is getting repoed. I need a personal loan. I mean, could you imagine what that credit looked like with repos? Good morning, Ralph Angel. Good morning. With repos and all of these evictions, baby, I can't take it. I can't take it. It don't make no sense. With all this money, her kids should have bank accounts. But then, there you go, Miss Nita. There you go. You got a household that's making quite a killing off of here, right? You ain't got a one income household. You ain't got a two income household. We know for a fact you got a three income household, right? You got a three income household, Peach. You have your husband channel, and he probably only make a few hundred because then she get to posting, and he might, but she been posting over there for him, to help him out. He probably bring in, I would say, about 2 grand a month on that channel. But then, all right, you have a son that's bringing in at least $5,000 to $6,000 a month. He ain't 18. His money got to be going somewhere. And then you got you, the hustler of all hustlers. So where's Wood money? Where's Gregory McKay money? Because y'all is really looking sad out here. Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss T41. Yes. What's going on? What is going on? Well, you done said when Wood get his check, he go buy him shoes, clothes, go to the casino, take care of his other women, and then, child support and yada, yada, smack, smack. When she was talking about the homeless people, she was deflecting and talking about herself. It is the same thing Donald Trump does. Look at Miss Mom. Tell him, girl. Miss Bardet says she is so smart. But she knows how to do all that. Yeah, but she that's what she tries to tell us so she can sell it in a bundle. That's what she tries to do. Yes. You guys don't know Peach Casino song. I'm just a fool like to gamble. This is a stick up. Yeah. Oh, it's a stick up. Hard rock, give it up. It's a stick up. Hard rock, give it up. Matter of fact, y'all, let's put Wood on the repick. Dancing in the background like a stick. But according to Peach, right? Good morning, Gnarly. I am good. How are you? According to Peach, he's over there teaching math, right? Her husband, he don't got to work. He's spending time with the kids. He's spending time with the kids. Good morning, Miss Collins, right? He over there teaching math. Like I said, 1+1 = -2 over there. So maybe he was the one adding the bills up every month. Maybe he was the one that was adding them bills up every month, right? maybe. Maybe he was the one that was over there like, oh man, we doing great, baby. I had to take a drink. Maybe he the one. Maybe he's the one that is over there and he's like, hey, we doing great. Long as I walk over here, Peach, and you go down in that brawl and you hear me some of them hot ones. Miss P said make it sense. Because you know how when we get, we have put some money in our brassiere. Long as she can reach down there and she can pull out them hot ones and he can go to the casino with it. Baby, he don't care. But maybe that's who was handing the bills up. Because it don't make no sense. Last payday, she posted she was rich. Yeah, she got paid on all the apps. That's what she said. And she ran to the Hard Rock. That's what she said out of her own mouth, Miss 44. She said, today is the 21st. We are all rich if you are a content creator. If you want me to teach you how to get rich like me, then you come on over here, okay? You come on over here and you let me teach you how. Girl, boo. Girl, boo. Mm-mm-mm. Yep, makes no sense at all. Then she posted she zoomed in on her stomach. Yes, that's the thing. She has been zooming in on her stomach. She has been bouncing it around. Is she trying to say something? Is she trying to say something? Did Wood make that deposit? Uh-huh. He doing the budget. That's what I said. It's got to be Wood adding it up. It's got to be. He over there, he adding it up. Light bill, gas bill, electric bill. Yep. Oh, we got a lot of money to spend. That's what he over there doing. When you live in an HOH neighborhood, you have to live according to the rules. Exactly. Yes, you do. I will tell you guys, I lived in an apartment for 15 years. When I decided to move in a house, I really didn't want a neighborhood that had an HOH committee, right? Because I just didn't. And I kind of ended up in one, but they are okay. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. I just didn't want one because I don't want nobody saying that about Rocket. He liked to bark, he liked to do him, and I get a little snappy. I can get a little snappy. Here I am trying to stay afloat with one income, but guess what? I have a peace of mind. Money can't buy peace. Amen. Amen. Money can't buy peace. Money can't buy happiness. Yes, everybody likes money, right? Why? Because you can buy things with it. Takes a little stress off of you. But I think there's a big difference when you have to go out and clock in for it, work hard for it, come home, be tired, try and figure out life plus the clocking in, rather than sitting all day at a casino, posting videos, dancing, looking a fool, hair stand on top of your head. I mean, this is a woman, okay? This is a woman who doesn't even have to worry about her hair being combed. She just walks around with a hat on, hair sticking up, hair looking like a fly trap, old braids, old this, old that, and get out here and make money. So it's a big difference, right? It's crazy. It's so crazy. Thank you, Storm. I needed those laughs. A laugh air is so good for the soul. Yes, 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 yes. I'm big on peace over profit, Storm. I recently learned that. Yes, I am that way too. As long as I know that I have a roof over my head, a car to drive, my bills are paid, and I have food in my belly, I am happy. I am happy. And I don't need to go out here and flash anything. I don't need to go out here and make people who feel like Oh, there's always going to be someone in the world that may have less than you, but making someone feel that way and making them feel less than because of a money situation is disgusting. At points of times in life, I've had thousands upon thousands of dollars. And then there's points of times in my life where I only had hundreds of dollars. Then I go back to thousands of dollars. I don't let it stress me out. Also, if you are a person who is truly, truly committed to knowing that your children has things and that you need things to live, you will learn how to budget. You will learn how to be. You will learn the things that you need to be an adult. And learning where to, spend your money and things like that. And I'm going to tell you, no matter how much, if I was to go hit the Powerball for billions of dollars, I'm still going to coupon. Thank you, Ralph Angel, for all of the coupon videos that you send me because I love them. I coupon like crazy. And that's something that I'm always going to do. If I had 7 children, I'd probably be out here with a coupon channel because I'd be printing them every day, all day. I'd be figuring out things that I need to do. That's what I would do. Truly, truly, truly. Peach is the definition of a chicken head. Bonk, bonk, chicken head. Bonk, bonk, chicken head. Ooh. I only live in an HOH neighborhood. It's because of peaches. Yeah. Yeah. And I will tell you, here in the state where I live, right? If you go buy a house, there may not be an official HOA, or if you're renting in a subdivision, but there's people, okay, and neighbors that are nosy. They form their own committee. Like where I am living now, there is no official HOH. They have not assigned, but there is a woman in this neighborhood that every month she passes out signs, come to the meeting. It'll be at my house, and now that it's summer, she be having it out on the lawn, wanting the neighbors to come down there. She already over here talking about putting in money to make sure that we got enough salt for the winter when the snow come. It's always that one person that's gonna take that role on no matter what. That's just how that goes. It's very trashy for her age, correct. She has a short talking about she is going back in the studio. Oh my God. Well, I hope that new song really tell people the truth. My nana used to always say, "You're not broke when your bills are paid. You're actually blessed." Bingo, bingo, bingo. One relief that I have is when I clock out and I come home, I can walk into my home. I can walk into a house that's peaceful, that has groceries, that if we need something, I can go get it. Knowing that you can do that, that's true peace. That's true peace. It ain't saying that I'm gonna go out and go buy, something fabulous or whatever. I get excited. I get excited, okay, to know that, ooh, everything is taken care of. Now I can relax. But that's an adult. That's an adult. That's just all that is. It's an adult. She's not an adult. She doesn't have an adult frame of mind. She doesn't have an adult frame of being. Her husband definitely does not have it. The way that she's behaving on the internet, her children are seeing a lot of things. They're going to try and make easy money. Okay. Easy money is not always good money. Sometimes you have to work hard for it to know where it came from and to understand the values of it. Okay. That's how that goes. I'm a true believer that if you work for it, then you understand it more. And that's just how that rolls. But y'all, I'm going to tell you guys something. I am so happy that I got to get out here and put a show on for you guys. I would really appreciate any tips that you guys could send. This is my Cash App. This is how you do it. We've been on here for about an hour now. I have to go do some things. I want you guys to know one thing. Number one, I thank everyone for being here. I thank all my mods for coming in and doing such a wonderful job because modding is a job that they do not get paid for and they continue to support me by doing it. So I tip my hats to my mods and I thank you very much. Okay. I thank all my subscribers that are here because if you guys were not watching, right, then it would be no storm. I thank everyone for everything that you guys do to support the channel. We will continue posting content all day. If I find out something, I will let y'all know something. Y'all like my friends. It's like ring ring. Let me call y'all, tell y'all what I found out, and we can talk about it. Okay. So I want you guys to have a blessed day. It is Friday. Enjoy it. Okay. It is going to be a wonderful day. We will keep up with all this mess. This mess don't go nowhere, right? Y'all, I thank you all for being here now. I thank you guys for catching the replay. And I thank you guys for everything. Y'all, please, please, please have a wonderful, and I do mean wonderful day. I will talk to you guys later. We'll call and check up later, loves. Okay. Uh-huh. You are Deadly Storm. I love the show. Thank you, Trentron. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I'll see y'all in the next one. Toodles.